Books I read as a child that I highly recommend today, in no particular order. The Boxcar Children series. This is a series of books originally written by Gertrude Chandler Warner. It has over 200 books in the series and has spawned many specials, mini-series, and spin-offs. There's about 4 orphan children who run away and end up living in an abandoned boxcar in the woods. It has themes of adventure, family, and community, and teaches perseverance, courage, strength, kindness, independence, and critical thinking, as a lot of the children's adventures are often with little or no adult supervision. It is considered appropriate for children ages 6 and above. The majority of Enid Blyton's children's books. This author has a lot of children's book series that I read as a kid and highly recommend today. I'm talking the Secret series, not to be confused with the Secret 7 series, the Adventure series, also not to be confused with the Adventure 4 series, the Naughtiest Girl in School, St. Clair series, the Mallory Tower series, and the Faraway Tree series, and many others like that. I grew up on a steady staple of Enid Blyton books, and I highly recommend it for children ages 6. I would say the Secret series, the Secret 7 series, probably ages 6, 7. The Adventure series, the Famous Five, the Naughtiest Girl in School, also ages 7, 8, and 9. And then probably the Mallory Towers and St. Clair series I would recommend for children ages 9 or 10, mostly based on the child's emotional maturity. It's really up to you. Enid Blyton stories teaches morality, religion, family values, responsibility, community, and it tackles some pre-adolescent and adolescent situations. Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of Nim. This children's sci-fi story was written by Robert C. O'Brien, and it's about a group of escaped lab rats who live in an organized, structured society, sort of anthropomorphic, and they come to the aid of a widowed field mouse who wants to protect her family and home from the destruction of a farmer's plow. It has themes of community, survival, courage, and kindness. It is considered suitable for children ages 9 and above. One of my faves that I highly recommend for young girls is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. This book was a laugh for me when I was younger, and I just love it so much. The book is about an 11-year-old girl who navigates the changes in her life, from moving cities to the questions of faith and her changing body. It has themes of religion and sex education. If you must know, yes, I spent many hours in front of the mirror chanting, we must increase our busts. It is generally recommended for children ages 10 and above, but I think children from ages 8 can read it depending on their emotional and mental maturity. One of my personal favorites, the Babysitter Club series. I love these books and I fed myself on a steady diet of these novels. It is originally written by Anne M. Martin and contains over 200 books in the series. It has so many specials, super specials, mysteries, spin-offs. It is about a group of friends who come together to run a local babysitting service. It has themes of friendship, family, navigating adolescence, and business. It teaches courage, responsibility, camaraderie, entrepreneurship, cooperation, and independence. It is considered appropriate for children ages 8 and above. Next are the Redwall series. These are a bunch of fantasy books written by Brian Jacks. It has 22 books in the series and has a number of spin-offs. It is about a group of anthropomorphic animals such as hares, badgers, mice, and other woodland creatures who live in a fictional world of Mossflower Wood and Redwall Abbey, and it chronicles how they defend themselves against the villains of the story, which are vermin such as rats, weasels, snakes, and such like. It has themes of adventure, heroism, and war, and teaches courage and bravery. It is recommended for children ages 10 and above because of the some of the violent themes of betrayal and death in the books, but it can be suitable for children ages 8 and above depending on their emotional and mental maturity. I also wish to recommend Goosebumps. This is a series of supernatural, thriller, and horror children's books written by R.L. Stein. It is about teens or preteens in situations that often involve the occult, paranormal, or supernatural. There are over 200 books in the series with several spin offs, and I can tell you I've read over 50 of these books. It has a lot of fright elements and themes of adventure and mystery. It is suitable for children ages 10 and above, but can be recommended to children ages 8 and above depending on their mental and emotional maturity. Next is the Animorph series. This is a series of sci-fi novels written by K.A. Applegate. It is about 5 teenagers who gain the ability to transform into any animals they touch, and they use its powers to fight a secret evil alien infiltration of Earth. There are over 50 books in the series, and it has 10 companion books. It has themes of family, unity, freedom, war, horror, abuse of power, heroism, and so much more. It teaches bravery, courage, determination, tenacity, camaraderie, responsibility, morality, and so much more. It is generally considered appropriate for children ages 10 and above because of the themes of violence, war, abuse of power, betrayal, grief, and trauma. Another book series that made a huge impression was the Dark Materials trilogy by Philip Pullman. This is a group of 3 fantasy novels that consist of The Northern Lights, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. It is a coming of age story of 2 children who navigate a series of parallel universes. It contains themes of adventure, religion, violence, free will, and self consciousness or self realization or actualization. It is generally recommended for children ages 12 and above. Last but definitely not least is the Harry Potter series. I highly recommend these books. They're a book of 7 fantasy novels written by J.K. Rowling. Simplicita is about the life of a young wizard, Harry Potter, and his friends during their time at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and their conflict with a dark wizard by the name of Lord Voldemort, who wishes to be immortal and subjugate the entire world. It has themes of magic, good versus evil, love, freedom, friendship, sacrifice, abuse of power, violence, many different things. It is generally recommended for children ages 8 and above, but I will suggest that the first 2 books are more suitable for children ages 8 and above than the book 3 and 4 for children ages 9 and 10, and book 5, 6, and 7 for children ages 10 and above. However, consideration should be taken towards children's mental and emotional maturity, considering the numerous themes of violence, trauma, and loss. I also wish to state that because of the time period in which most of these books were written, some of these books may contain outdated social norms and customs as well as stereotypes.